Oh. Hey. Ooh, blow, wind, blow. Come up here. Come up here. You got it way back in there. If a bass hits your lure but doesn't move much at all, this could be a sign that it's either a big fish or an inactive fish. In either case, you need to respond by slowing down and working each piece of that cover with the utmost precision, and always make repeated casts, sometimes with different lures. This information you must catalog. Jarring strikes often occur from very active fish, while light taps and nibbles will more likely be from inactive fish. The bass will tell you how they feel about things that day. You've just got to listen and concentrate enough to hear. Hurry. There's Johnny. They just don't want to come up. They just go straight. Whoa, tugging baby right there. Boy, they pretty little fish. I mean, pretty. Okay, okay. Don't jump. Look how fat that baby is right there. Man, not a pretty fish. I'll tell you what, that round bend and that hook right there, it flat gets them. Look at that. Woo! I want to show you just how pretty that fish is. That big pot. You don't think he ain't been feeding? Ah, it's a pretty shape, baby. Okay. Woo, go on. There we go. Yep, right there. Good. Goodness gracious, look at him pull that pole. Come here, Buster. What do you think you doing down there, huh? What are you doing down there? Easy? Don't you get... Whoa. I'm gonna turn you loose, you little rascal. Here's something else that's important. Did you know that you can often judge the activity level of bass by pinpointing their position in the water column? This is valuable information that can really help you refine your lure selection and presentation. As a general rule, if a bass strike occurs in the upper 1/3 of the water column, it's a good indication that the fish are very active. They're in a chasing mood and can be caught on flashy, fast-moving lures. If the strike comes in the middle third of the depth zone, it usually signals a moderately active bass. It takes a more precise lure presentation to entice this fish. Suspending lures are a good choice. A bass that strikes in the bottom third of the water column is likely to be the most inactive. Now, this doesn't mean that these fish won't bite, but they're not likely to chase a bait or move very far. Also, if a strike comes near the edge of cover or high up in the grass or brush, this often suggests active fish that are posed to attack. Fast-moving lures like buzz baits, shallow running crankbaits, or spinner baits that allow you to cover lots of water will be the best choice in this situation. If the strike occurs deep down inside cover, the bass are telling you that they're less active and will require a slow, precise presentation, often using repeated casts with a more methodical bait like a plastic tube, crawl, lizard, worm, or jig and attractor. Take topwater for example. With this lure, you can see the strike and tell more about the bass's activity level. If you get an explosive strike that knocks slack in your line and the fish has tried to crush your topwater plug, that's obviously a highly active bass. The same can be said of a bass that smacks a bait the second it hits the water. If this happens, take advantage of these charged up fish by switching to a buzz bait, which will allow you to cover the area faster in search of other active bass. If a bass boils and misses your topwater, try changing to a different size or color. If this continues, switch to a subsurface lure like a shallow suspended jerkbait or floating worm. Look here. Oh, my. There's some weight there. Here he comes, digging deep. Here he comes. Go! Woo! In closing, let me tell you why some fishermen are so doggone good at catching bass. They cast accurately and they have lots of experience. But what probably sets them apart more than anything else is their ability to concentrate. When they're fishing, and even sometimes when they're not, they don't just focus on bass for just a few minutes a day or even a few minutes every hour. They concentrate all the time. Now, if you're interested in becoming a better bass fisherman, it's vital that you concentrate harder on what the bass are trying to tell you. Listen all day long. I'll tell you something, if you do, you're going to be amazed at how quick your success rate will zoom to new heights.